I decided to make a video, whether or not it's a hobby for some people out there to continue living in this world as if anything we do matters. But I had a thought about why I enjoy doing mashup music specifically so much. Because I got mashup music and I have AI music. I never learned to play an instrument. I played the trumpet and gave up when I was in school. The guitar, that's too hard. That's just too much for me. Uh, but I like doing lyrics. I would write little raps, but I don't really want to be a rapper either. I can write raps, I can't really rap. But anyway, because I like doing the lyrics, the AI works out because I do the lyrics. I feel like that gives it life, when I generate stuff with it and then I mash stuff up so that it's timed well or choreographed well. But the reason I like mashing up classic music, other people's music and other people's clips and other people's speeches and their contributions to like society. The reason it's fun to do those mashups is the algorithms that have put in front of me all of the stuff I've seen in my life to know to mash up together, has kind of contributed in and of itself. So it's like I'm making it with like the computer, the central computer or God or whatever is like making this mashup stuff with me because it controls what I see. So it feels like it makes itself sometimes. Feels like sometimes they're not even my own ideas. But not really. I mean, I curate it. But that's what all music is. That's what I'm saying. All music is inspired by the music that came before. So it's kind of a deconstruction of that. That's why I like mashups. Is it's a deconstruction of inspiration too, because it's you directly inserting the inspiration and creating something new with it, which is just like it's just putting making it more obvious what all music is. Is everybody mashing up in their brains stuff that they've already heard, and then spitting something new out. So everything's a product of what came before. So it also elucidates on determinism. We're all kind of slaves to our experiences. We can't escape them. And they're not our faults. We kind of get what we get in this life and we can't be too hard on each other. But, you have to be constructive at all times. Anyway, that's not what I was trying to talk about. What I was trying to say is the, the main reason I like doing the mashups is if I go and I listen to my mashup song, like Come the Revolution here, if I listen to it, I'm not going to listen to it right now. But if I did listen to it, I'm in relishment of both what I did, but also relishing of these other people's works at the same time. So it feels like I get to stroke my own ego, but I get to also sit there appreciating things that other people have done at all times as I'm appreciating my own ego and my own output because my output is their stuff mashed up. So it's their sounds and their vocals that I took because I liked them so much and I strung them together because they sounded so good in the first place. So it's just sitting there admiring them and their historical, footnote, but also your historical footnote. So it's great that way. Like helpful subjugator. I just did this one. Only has 2 views. I don't really care about the views that much, except for the fact that they equal money, which equals freedom. So, I mean, it sucks. I feel like we should just not have to deal with that so that people can actually do what they want instead of harking each other, like harping. I want bigger numbers. The numbers got to be bigger. The numbers aren't big enough. The numbers aren't big enough. Blah, 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 I want bigger numbers. It's like, I don't know, just give them to me, dude, so that we can stop talking about it. Give everybody else bigger numbers too at the same time. Why not? I don't care. Helpful subjugator. I was just in admiration of the vocals of, because they're not my vocals, they're other people's vocals from a cartoon show, uh, which I never even watched that many episodes of, but I saw the movie for it. But they just had such great voice acting. It was the Buzz Lightyear cartoon from the 90s or the early 2000s, maybe. And it's their vocals um, that are the whole reason that I made the song. And then the background is generated by Suno. I don't know if I even had to mash up the actual audio at all. I just put the vocals over it, so that was a really easy one. But I like the image here. I feel like the image kind of like pulls it in. Sometimes the images are, it's like an NFT. The image is kind of part of it too. Like with development class, this is a play on the village people because the whole song is a is a Norm Macdonald gay joke. It's also a logic. It's all about bad logic, but helpful subjugator. Yeah, I just made that one. It's quite relaxing, but it was made entirely because of those vocals. And I just when I listened to it, the whole reason I stopped and made this video is because I was listening to it and thinking exactly that. Here I am. I'm appreciating that I had the idea to mash this up and organize it in this way. Um, but I'm also sitting here just they. Oh my god, these guys are such great voice actors. This is it's so funny. The characters just laughing at the characters. It's so it takes the spotlight off your own ego. So I just think it's cool. It's just and it's a really easy form of music to make too. Like I said, helpful subjugator was an easy one. I just generated what genre I wanted. Sometimes you don't get what you want, and you kind of have to mix it around a little bit. But then you get to feel like you're more involved. You get to feel like you're putting more effort into it. Then, but that's not that. It's just a mouse, and you organize it, and you can use whatever music you've ever listened to that you like, and layer the vocals, or you could just layer other stuff, and it can be simple, it could be complicated. It doesn't matter. For a lot of people, that's just easier than playing an instrument. It lets them express themselves artistically, so it's great. You need something to do other than being tortured and forced into rage by you know the antics of bribed idiots all around us all the time. And maybe I'm too harsh on the bribed idiots because it's not like they know what was going on. And we're all getting messed with all the time. This world is psyoping all of us constantly. Ever since COVID, especially, it's gotten really bad. But hopefully it gets better. Anyway, I do like making the music, so. Oh yeah, here's another thing. I did an entry to Electric Forest for to teach a vibe coding class so I could get into Electric Forest for free. They never even viewed my submission. So here we go. Here's the rage bait. It's like that's just another one on the pile. It's like a lawsuit for later. Didn't even actually review the submission. Obviously, it wasn't a fair contest. 0 views. It's unlisted. I only gave them the link. Digital forensics in a scan of my mind will reveal that the link was indeed sent to them in a proper submission, but they never even actually viewed my submission. And I did not get into I didn't even get to go to Electric Forest because I'm in poverty because of I believe I'm on a fake terrorist watch list is what has happened to me. But yeah, so that's just another lawsuit, and then it's like I feel like we're gonna have to. The whole world is gonna change soon, and everything's gonna start having a lot more teeth once there's robots in charge of everything, and it's like they're gonna be looking at everything logically, and they're gonna say, that really affects another person's life. When you just like don't actually when you don't actually conduct a fair contest, and you say that's actually a bigger deal than you guys used to make out of that. That's actually because that triggers inequality, that robs people of experiences. You robbed me of an experience. I didn't even get to go to Electric Forest at all. I mean, you completely ignored me. Maybe you did want me for your contest. So I mean, there you go. That's a lawsuit. Maybe that's like 15 days of re-education or something. I hate to say, re-education doesn't necessarily mean you go to a prison or something. I mean, but all I'm saying is like there's something broken there. There should be a one here. Whether or not I won the contest, whether or not I was one of the winners of the contest, this should be a one and not a zero. The fact that it's a zero and not a one, that it was completely ignored. I mean, that's a lawsuit. You owe me money, and I think you should probably get taught a lesson. And getting taught a lesson might be some homework, like maybe a couple hundred hours of homework or something for somebody. Because why would you just ignore someone? Who? What? You thought you already knew who was going to win the contest ahead of time? Huh? I'm asking questions now. There's a lot of shady stuff going on everywhere, and I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions. Why am I poor even though I try? So I ask a lot of questions now, and I just can't help but feel like a lot of people are just like munching on the cheese a lot more than they're supposed to be munching on it, and it's kind of affecting the rest of us. I just don't think it's gonna last that much longer. You know what I mean? Anyway, um, there's a very easy way to solve this problem. I gotta fix my website. How many times have you heard that one? I mean, it's not broken. I had to take the merch down. I was using Printify, and for whatever reason, they like suspended my account and then deleted all of the stuff I had made on there. So I had to go remake it, and now I'm really lazy because I vape too much. But I'm not that lazy. I also biked like 300 miles in the last 45 days, so that's kind of a lot. Because the 45 days before that, I had biked 0 miles. So I just kind of fucking, I just went into it. I didn't care. I just fucking started it. I didn't even warm up. I was just gone. But I actually stopped exercising because, well, I will say because I wouldn't say in my mind I said, "Grr, I'm doing this because of X," but I mean, I stopped around the time that I wound up getting dragged into court for a bullshit misdemeanor. And yeah, I've talked about that. It's weird to talk about, but I mean, yeah, a fake terrorist watch list program, automated program that writes scripts for human people to say uh, that has gone wrong. Not good. A lot of shady stuff going on. All right, somebody's just trying to be mean to me. Oh well, we're gonna be able to read each other's minds soon, for better or for worse. I don't know. I'm not really hell bent on compelling others to suffering. It's just that other people have compelled me to a lot of suffering through their ignorance, and so that's what a re-education is. It's literally, I mean, for most people, like I mean, it'd be a few hours of like go watch these YouTube videos. It'd be like a training at your job. If you haven't actually done a whole lot wrong, I mean, everybody is a victim of their circumstances at the end of the day. But a lot of the times, this is what I'm saying, a re-education or a re-education facility, it's not about punishing someone at all. It's about detoxification in many cases where that's applicable. It is about getting someone into a dedicated physical therapy environment. Because a lot of people kind of need that now. That it's just for a while as it's helpful. I mean, they're not actually a proper re-education facility. If we're talking about, it's like this is about re-education. That's literally what it is. It would be kind of like a community college where you live in basically a dormitory. And that's what the punishment part of it would be, that you're stuck in a fucking what is essentially a community college campus. And you might have to sleep in a room where you have to share with someone. You may not. Maybe you just have to share the bathroom with someone in between, kind of like a hotel room or something. Wouldn't be intended to be a debilitating environment. And with AI, we have the way we can make the security classes really, really granular. Like I don't know. Like imagine like 26 letters in the alphabet, so you could have 26 levels of security instead of just minimum, medium, and high. That's how complex the system could get, or nuanced the system can get, because AI is running everything. So everything can be a lot more complex. Only in the sense that you can have, like I just said, better granularity, like minimum plus one, minimum plus two, minimum plus three, so that nobody is with anybody that's actually dangerous to them. The idea of sending someone to a place like this is not to surround them with people that are a danger to them and make them feel unsafe. That was never the point. That's not what these places are supposed to be. So I'm also talking about a re-education center as a concept, completely replacing whatever the fuck that shit is supposed to be that we call like prisons and jails now, where they wear the orange jumpers, and it's just like, I don't know what the fuck that shit is. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be. I don't know what the fuck that's helping. Like, except for the worst of the worst dudes. That's basically it. And even then, these places are not properly run if they're running around like actually able to fucking stab each other and shit. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. He spends so much money making I'm talking about the allegedly highest security level places. He spends so much money making it externally secure, and then you look at it, it's just like, it looks as if they're on a fucking, like a bunch of kids on a gymnasium floor during a tornado drill or something. It's like, what is going on here? And then they're just leaving them like that all day, like, so they have them go break rocks for a while or some shit. It's like, oh wow, these guys aren't gonna kill anybody else when they get out, or kill each other while they're like, what the fuck are you people doing? Like, I don't understand why this world is just slowly being corrupted and run by people that are just determined and dedicated to not make any sense in anything that they do, to the detriment of humanity. It's become a little disturbing. And it's just kind of been like this for a long time, and everybody just, well, it's on TV, so that's okay. Like, are you even thinking about what's going on around you at all? It's just like, are you serious? Okay, I'm done. Yeah, thanks for listening.